jumping on here any second. You are live. That's what I like to see.
We are live. Hey, what's going on?
Let's get some comments up here. Let's see who we got here. I'm going to try to scroll back. Holy smokes. All right, we'll start here. YouTube user. I'll just go through these as fast as I can.
YouTube user. I like that. Very creative name, guys.
Yeah,
it's good.
So I heard a beep. I think that's a good sign. And I think we got our man on here.
In the studio.
Hey, Jason.
How's it going, guys?
Good. We can hear you, so that's a good thing. Excellent. At least nobody's excited to be on here today, which is sarcasm on my point. They wouldn't be quiet about it all last few days since probably last Friday.
Yeah, the last Saturday.
Saturday, right? Yeah, you did it Saturday. That's what the last one was. What's up, Jess Kennedy? Hi, Suzanne.
It's good. I like seeing all the LFGs in the chat. I like it.
Yeah. I should probably put my glasses on, make this easier on myself. Holy moly. I'm getting them from all over the place, that's for sure.
Hey Jay, how hot is it over there right now this time of year?
Oh, I think it's 114.
114. So
114.
That high already? Yeah, that's high, man.
Yikes.
Yeah, we're hovering around the high 90s mark here, but not quite 114 yet.
You broke up if you were saying something.
I said.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, breaking up too, yeah.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit, Jason.
Maybe pop off and jump back on. Sometimes that just clears up the connection. I don't know.
Is it better if I turn off Wi-Fi?
Keep talking. We heard you that time. It sounded pretty clear.
Yeah.
Is it better if I turn off Wi-Fi?
Yeah, that sounds like it does.
I'm at a different hotel.
Give me a long sentence of some sort, and I'll tell you if it breaks up.
I moved around hotels today, so Wi-Fi. Hopefully, pull off.
It still broke up just a little.
Yeah, you're coming through, but it is choppy.
Okay, hold on.
It's all right. Take your time. We're letting everybody jump on here.
Some great comments jumping in here too, which is great.
This one's great. 114 degrees, and they want us to go over there and start a business. Exactly.
Yeah, how about an outdoor construction business, Bob? Let's get you in the labor outside in the sun.
Yeah.
Okay. How about that? Does that work better?
That sounds good.
Yeah, you're coming in real clean right now.
Okay.
I got some lemon dopamine shots. Oh, I like that better.
Nice. Nice.
Mike, did you get the moonshine and lemonade going for today's call?
I did not. It's a little early for moonshine and lemonade.
A little bit early.
But
it's 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock somewhere, right? That's what time it is over there, isn't it, Jason? It's 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's late, man. We appreciate you jumping on with us, even though it's late. It's good.
Very cool. All right, I'm gonna just we're gonna pull this out real quick. I'm gonna just pop it in here, and I'm gonna go. We're gonna go big screen on everybody. How's everybody doing, man? We got a lot of great people jumping on here. I know we're gonna be packed today. This one, obviously, the replay is already posted on the mynodetraining.com. It's this is right there. You might even be on that website watching it live from where we're at, so it's there. Also, anytime you need to watch the lives, they're on mynodetraining.com. Just scroll to the bottom. You'll see them. I put them in the order that we have it. Terry, you're not excited about today's call at all, are you?
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, Jay's call on Saturday was awesome. We loved it. And, he started taunting us with some lemon seeds about some big news dropping for this week, and especially kicking off the Tuesday for the week. It was good to have a little rest. 48 hours got a little long, so we're excited to have you back, Jason. Thank you so much for taking the time. Despite being late, we're happy to have you and excited for it.
so welcome. And honestly, thank you again for both of you guys and everything you guys do at middle of the day. Obviously, the time zones are a little rough, but appreciate all you guys' time and effort. So
Thanks.
Exciting. So how did the contract signing day go yesterday? Anything exciting going on?
We've had a lot going on, and quite honestly, I think the biggest thing for us is progress, making sure things are moving forward. And I did a little teaser today in Telegram. We have some logo fixes up, but Lemflix is ready to go live, I believe, by Monday, and so that'll be the first product out. We have the DAP that I'm pressing on our home team. We picked up another 20 employees today. Wow. Some old faces, fantastic, and some new faces, which will be great to add to the team. So really excited to move forward and start this battle all over again. So
Jay, is that all on the dev side, or is that also just like the tech support and some other ancillary things that are required?
Tech support. We have one customer service rep kick back on today. We've got dev. Obviously, we have a lot coming down. Marketing and UI is very important. UX is also very important. So we're trying to make sure that everybody has a good user experience from start to finish. Obviously, the app generations from beginning to end are very important to us. We want to make sure that everybody has a user-friendly experience from day one. So from our standpoint, we're trying to onboard about as quick as possible to make sure that we can launch lemontree next week.
Hey, can I jump in real quick, Terry?
Sure, man.
Because I know you and I are just chomping at the bit to go after this, but I want to take a deep breath for a second. And how are you doing, Jason? Like, are you surrounded with good people? Are you feeling good? Are you doing good? Are you, because I mean, we haven't literally, we were on a hiatus of Jason, and I apologize for maybe of putting a meme together with your face on a milk carton, but that probably wasn't me. But because we were worried about you, and I just want to know how you're doing, because it just seems like you really have just came out of the gates going, and I was just curious before we jump into the good stuff, because the community's here for you. Like, that's the thing that we, I'd like to say, because I know you probably see some of the comments, but I'm just curious.
Look, yes, I'm good. And I've got a great network around here. I think the biggest thing right now is moving forward. I think I started the first chat with, look, we all face lemons in our life, and we all face obstacles. We've all been through them. And I can list the 10, 15, 20 things that even this community has gone through. I don't want to look back. Let's just keep looking forward. I don't need to talk about anything in the past. I'm 100% forward based at this point in time. Guys, I actually told Colin about a year ago when he came, or he's trying to come out here. And I said, look, if I was ever trying to start over, and if I was ever in a position where I was broken on a sidewalk, I'd come to Dubai. And, he reminded me of this conversation when he actually landed here, and he said, what the hell have you done in the last 3 weeks? And so, I'm going to live up to that. And basically, everything you guys see right now, guys, is networking, going in and out of blockchain events, and physically networking to get to the point where we can actually build something from scratch. And I believe what we have put together follows the vision that I've always had. And you're going to see that even with Lemon. It's all about back to the roots. It is all about trying to make sure that we have something that's positive in the ecosystem, in the community. But we want to make sure that it's a win-win-win, and it's a give. I want to make sure that we are giving back. And I really stressed on the first call, and I'll stress again today, guys, this is about making sure we have a roadmap for everybody. This is about making sure we have a path forward. It's top priority for me. And the good thing is I have found some amazing partners that actually understand that and are willing to assist in that, which is a lot, candidly, for what they're bringing to the table. And so, look, I'm good. I'm upbeat. I've got some friends around me. I've got more friends coming in. I've got a lot coming in the next couple of weeks, and so this is going to be a fun event. We've got a bunch of L2 projects that are flying in to start their journey and that on this path as well. We've got a lot of things coming, and so because I'm so busy, I think it keeps me in a positive attitude. And although you may see a little sour lemon out of me occasionally, I try to switch it right back around about as quick as possible. So
Awesome.
I encourage everybody to do the same. And everybody has a bad day, we wake up on the right side of the bed, and let's try again tomorrow.
Perfect. All right, enough kumbaya. Get him, Terry.
So Jay, you said Lemflix is launching. Do you want to expound on that a little bit? Like, what's it going to look like from the user side? What's the relationship to it with Lemon Chain and all that stuff? You want to get into a bit of that?
Yeah, sure. Like I think Lemflix is actually a really fun product. It's a smaller project, quite honestly, and it's one of my first introductions here in Dubai. It's one of those things where I looked and said, look, I think we can do this. I think it'd be fun. I looked at the revenues currently. I looked at what we could possibly do with it with not only this user base, but the user base I knew I was going to grow out to. This is actually a fun product because it's built out already. It's something that someone already had the technology with. It is our product. It has been donated to this ecosystem. So it is fully ours. And I put up a little teaser about it a little bit earlier today. It's got over 400 channels, some live and some media. Sports channels are included in that for a lot of jurisdictions, depending on where you're at. NFL is tough. I got asked that question earlier. NFL is very, 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 very tough. But having said that, they have upgrades for that coming through. But I understand what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to build value day one. I'm trying to figure out the best companies that we can bring onto the platform that include revenues day one for the tokenomics. And we are going to use a very aggressive tokenomics. If anybody remembers Innate, it will be very similar to that moving forward on all projects. We are basically going for the most aggressive things possible because I want to make sure people see things immediately. One thing I will tell you that I have learned, people have no patience. And, you know, as much as I would love to say that we built debt the correct way, I have a 3 to 5 year time horizon on most investments. It's something that I think as an investor, you just look and say, great, you know, you're going to put stuff in, you got about 3 to 5 year time horizon. If you get something in 2 to 3, you know, fantastic. If I build a house, guys, it's 2 to 3 years. So most standard traditional things that I acquire, guys, this is not something, a car is typically 2 to 3 years. Even if I don't drive it, it's got 12 miles on it, I'm still a 2 to 3 year holder. So it's funny that everybody wants like tomorrow. And I know that instant gratification is important for a lot of individuals. So we're just going to speed the tokenomics up and say, let's have fun with it. And you're not going to be able to acquire as much as you could with some of the longer tokenomics, but it is going to be a whiplash. And I think that's what this community may need right now. And so I think let's go ahead and have fun with it and let's play ball. So.
Yeah, I think you're totally right about that. Like the whiplash is what people are looking for. And I just think it's because we've been, getting stomped on for so long that aggressive tokenomics is exactly what we need. So this will be a straight up L2 project, straight up royalty play. There'll be a user base outside, but also we could be part of the user base, and it'll be like Netflix for $10-ish a month. Is that about accurate?
So much less than that. We're looking at going out at $5.99. I'm actually trying to squeeze it right now to $4.99. And so if we can go out for $4.99, guys, it's about $1 in revenue for every single user that's on the platform. 300,000 is projected right now out of the gates. So guys, that's $300,000 a month day one in royalties coming in, and I think we can actually get to about $1 million over the first year. So if we can just share, get people on the platform, get people excited about it. It's a low cost of entry. It's where Netflix started. You've got 10 users that can go on for each ID. So it is a little bit better than some of the competitors that are out there right now. And so it's something you can share with your family. It's something you share with your friends. It's a product. It's something that they're using anyway. Give them another option. So that being said, I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun to see. And I think it's going to grow very, very quickly.
From a content curation and streaming strategy, is there a bit of a niche angle, or is it just going to try and play in the same lane?
It's really the same lane. In fact, we will have an option for a discounted Netflix as well. It's just part of what we're doing right now. So if you like your Netflix, you should buy it through your account, which is also coming. And so we've got other things in that in the same arena. We don't make the money, obviously, on the Netflix stuff. We're actually trying to give the discount back to the base for Netflix. But having said that, guys, we believe Lemflix is going to be something that you can share, and college students give more content, give people ability to get some of the sports in that Netflix does not cover and get through. I call it, if you've got a little bit into the Google stuff, it's kind of like a Netflix and a Google stream put together kind of play. And I think it's a good, well-rounded product, and for a very, very low cost basis, and it creates a lot of royalties, which I love. So,
and any dates on when the NFTs are available for people to grab?
The DApp will be up next week. We are going to try to get plenty out, and that is going to be because of what I'll be announcing here in just a little bit later on the call. But you guys all showed up here for a reason. We've got some big things coming, and before I get there, I want to show you guys the path, because I think it's very important for you guys to understand where we are going with this, and the partners that'll be coming on play, the real value behind Lemon, and then the base that we are looking for. And quite honestly, we're going to have because of third parties, not because of this user base here. I want to make sure this user base gets onboarded before that. So, and everybody will see the user base very, very clearly.
Very nice. Wow. And speaking of partners, are there any partners that you care to discuss today?
We're going to get into that a little bit later, but yes, I will be dropping things. Yes.
Do you want me to ask that
whatever you want?
Yeah, go ahead, Mike. Rephrase it.
Is there any
partners? Send it back, Mike.
I'm kidding.
Very close.
Look, guys, I think I think everybody's been waiting and waiting and waiting. Let me tell you what we're working on right now. So I have a new marketing team that's coming on board. We're rebranding the DApp. We're going to make sure that you guys will actually start getting teasers. I'm going to say you'll probably see between 10 and 15 products on the DApp sometime in the next 7 to 10 days. That is going to allow you guys to kind of see the roadmap of what we are pushing through. The partners and I have come up with about 24 as of right now that are approved to come on. And guys, I will tell you that that's really not the number. It's just what the number I feel have the best revenues the quickest with the rapid tokenomics in order to give the best success. Because it is very important for us to have a path forward for everybody in the transition. And there will be a point that the user base is going to be so large, these NFTs are going to fly off the shelves within minutes. And so I want to make sure that we get people situated before that happens. So we're trying to cherry pick a little bit from the Rolodex of what we've got going on, so that if you would like to exchange an NFT, you can. If you would like to come over in other ways, which I'll be announcing hopefully about midweek to late week on how this is going to work. I told everybody we'll have a roadmap out by the end of the week. It will happen, and we've now finalized everything to make that transition possible. So yeah, I think we're all having fun, and I think we're all in good spirits, and a lot is coming, and I'm loving the positive chats right now. And so thank you so much for changing that little bit of attitude coming up and realizing, guys, there's a bright future. And I will say there's a bright future on both sides. There's a lot going on, and I still hope to get a live with Shad very shortly.
Well, I'm excited about having a couple dozen projects coming on board right away. I know a lot of people I'm talking to are certainly very excited about having the ability to swap NFTs and starting to onboard and participate in these Lemon projects. And I love that you brought in the swap feature. And I think people are underestimating or misunderstanding that component, because it allows existing users to come in without, even if they're lacking in dry powder, they could still participate. And I just think that's fantastic.
Yeah, look, if you have acquired a lot of token already in a certain project and being able to swap those around, I think that's very valuable. And I think it's something that diversification is always taught in investments. And this is allowing the standard traditional investments to say, look, it's time to diversify, get well wrapped around. And even internally, we may actually allow this longer term. And so I want to tell you that we're kind of doing a little test right now, but understand that I believe the original debt family is going to have a lot of fun things coming to their doorsteps along the years we have ahead of us. And so I think if we can basically start to, if you've ever been with me at the beginning of a project, guys, if you're in the beginning, you're going to make the most token. If you've now gone through one or two halvings, trust me, that NFT gets less and less valuable as the course goes on. If you have not been around during the first couple weeks of BGLD, guys, we minted 52,000 BGLD a day. And I think everybody's now looking at 800, 900, BGLD a day. And so you guys understand that the value, if you held, like I did on some of the projects, I compounded more than I probably should have on some. But understand, compounding is something that's very addicting. And I think I would encourage that to some. But internally, you got to understand the tokenomics shrink. And so the longer you're in a project, just like Bitcoin, just like Ethereum, the longer you're in a project, the NFTs will produce less and less tokens over time. So with the rapid depreciation, I'm trying to give continual value for the individuals that helped us get here. And so we are working on a plan, not only the first phase, but the second phase, the third phase, and the fourth phase. And so I think that's very important for people to understand. Guys, I have a roadmap. This is something that we are very, very dedicated to, is probably the best word. And I want to make sure everybody feels that if they miss out first time, no problem. Miss out the second time, no problem. Third time, no problem. We're here for you. And, calm the base, get people comfortable. Guys, we are doing this for you. And I hope by the end of the call, you're going to understand this is something I physically am holding off for you.
Well, having gotten to know you over time, to me, that's one thing I noticed about you in all of our conversations. You are really always trying to think about what is in the best interest of the people. And I don't know if everyone realizes that, but I believe that to be true about you. And it's one of your fantastic qualities. Just one. I know you hang around with some shady company once in a while, but we'll let that part slide, Hey,
I'm going to ask a question, Jason. So what you're saying is potentially I'll be able to go in and swap like a bev for a new one of the Lemflix, right?
Sure.
And or I can swap potentially the Lemflix for a bev, depending on how I see and choose to do so, right?
Yes.
And I won't have to pay another $25 minting fee. It'll just be like the gas fee or whatever.
Yeah. So what we're looking at doing is lock in certain wallets. So if you change your wallet, you will lose this ability. What we're trying to do is lock in certain wallets that have the ability to basically say your legacy, your OG, is what I call them quite a bit. And so if we can basically say, great, you've got let's say you have a BEV right now. You've never sold a BEV token. You have a ton of BEV token stacked up. And you may say, you know what, I may want to try a Lemflix. For that particular NFT, you can come in and swap it. And you get that new Lemflix NFT for absolutely nothing. I'm not trying to basically come back and snag you guys for any more money. You guys have helped us build to this point. This will not be an unlimited thing. This will be a one-time shot. But if you did not take that BEV opportunity to move it over, when I do the next project, guess what? It's here for that one. And if you don't do it for the next one, it's here for this one. Do it for the next one, it's here for this one. You're not going to be able to do it time and time again. But what we're trying to do is make sure that everybody has the opportunity. And whether you don't do it the first round, second round, third round, or fourth round, we're trying to basically get 5 rounds in it. And so I think that's the best alternative right now to help people make their decisions. There are roadmaps that are totally different on both sides. I think both of them are fantastic. But I think the base needs to kind of see some of that stuff come to fruition. Everybody's scared. I'll be honest, in the last 2 days, some things have kind of been sprung around. I will tell you, there's been a lot of frustration, a lot of scared. Guys, calm down. Everything will be okay. And I think at the end of the day, you're going to have to just see some results on both sides. You're going to have to see the leadership. You're going to have to be able to just feel their hearts. Everybody is here for you. And I think if I can express anything, it's be patient, see the roadmaps, pick what is best for you, and then decide. Both sides will succeed over the course of time. It's just something you're going to have to decide. And so we're trying to make sure that you guys have a path. regardless of the time frame, whether it's first round, second round, third round, fourth round, or the fifth round. So.
Well, I really like that idea of a legacy wallet lock-in because it's just an objective way of making the decision for who has that ability. So that works. Great idea.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike. You look like you had something else, man.
No, I'm just processing in my head. I'm already thinking, just being ready.
Yeah, I'm ready to put some Lemflix in my bag. I love the idea of the innate tokenomics. I love that speed of it coming in quick, and I hope people are paying attention. That allows us to get ourselves set up really well, and so it's fantastic that you're taking everyone into account, and I love it. You talked earlier about Lemontree coming out, and you talked about onboarding some of the old developers again, which I think is fantastic because I love the old app, and we also. I still remember the day in March when you sent me all the preview shots of the Lemontree app at that time. Did you want to spend a couple minutes to talk about some of the new features and functionality of that you're excited about, or do you want to save that for when it's ready to roll out?
No, actually, I think it's good to kind of drip it in today. I've got a lot on the table in the last next few days. Took a couple of days off, and it's growing faster than I can get them out. So. Let's talk about Lemontree. Lemontree is going to be something that everybody will recognize. It's going to be a very basic, simple, straightforward, easy to use, one push button app. It's going to have everything loaded that is powered by debt on it. You can also load other tokens. So if you'd like to have Bitcoin in it, you'd like to have Ethereum in it, you'd like to have, it's a full intercourse unison wallet for all multi-chain. So if you have any of the projects that are powered by debt, you can put it on there. If other things that are not powered by debt, you can put those on there. The biggest thing is everybody is waiting to try to get back to that single button swap function. And whether you want to go from Rev to Drip or Rev to BGLD or let's say BGLD to Ethereum or BGLD to USDT or Drip to USDT. Everybody has to go do multiple functions currently right now on PancakeSwap. And, this is something that is confusing to some of the base. They may have actually started to get used to it now that we've turned that app off since December, and they wanted to move it around. But it still gets easier, and it's actually cheaper if you program it in. So we actually can save you guys some gas fees in actually doing it. And if we can save you now, that's very important. We are going to be launching all the L2 projects. That actually brings the next thing, and Lemon on Binance. There's a couple reasons for it. Number one is the transition is going to be a lot easier if we basically go ahead and launch currently on the chain we're on. Get everybody situated over the first couple rolls, and then we're going to migrate off into the L1. The reason why is you can't migrate part, you've got to migrate everything. And so when we start launching new projects in that on the L1, we're going to separate into two different chains. The migration is a bridge, and it does become more complicated. So I think the biggest thing for everybody to understand is we're going to call it the first 5 rounds, which is basically the migration rounds, will be on Binance. After that, we're going to hope to basically bridge everybody over to the new L1. We will never look back to Binance. This will be something that is very important to us, and it'll give us faster speeds, lower gas prices, and obviously on Lemon, everything will basically be gas priced in Lemon. So
Beautiful.
When you said 5 rounds, I mean, I guess I don't know how much time intervals are we talking about there, because I was a little hopeful it was coming sooner, but I totally see what you're saying. You're going to take a timestamp and then migrate it that way. It's probably the easiest. I get that part, but when you're saying 5 rounds, what do we, just so we can mentally prepare ourselves for what to expect?
If I'm Terry, I would say, we're on tomorrow, and everybody's got to bridge over, and you know what, leave you guys in the dust, and I'm off. It's one of those things where I would love to say that that's easy. It's not easy to move over the NFTs into a cross bridge scenario, get them burnt, get them situated to a point where it's user friendly, even with the app technology. It just isn't for the average consumer. Anybody, like Terry, has no problem probably explaining it to a lot of people, because we have a huge base. And so we need to get to the point where we have a one-click button for bridgeability over, and that really happens when you basically get everybody consolidated and then give time to basically move it over. And so as much as I would love to be over on L1 tomorrow, guys, trust me, the fees are a lot better when they're coming in my pocket instead of Binance. I would much rather prefer to do that. It's actually in everybody's best interest if we just slow it down just a bit so that we can get this migration situated and get you guys in before the flood. I don't say flood lightly. I'll walk through that here in a minute. But I do think it's important to make sure that we don't leave anybody behind, and no one must be caught trying to figure something out without the app situated. So.
What's the just last thing? What's the time frame on that window? Like, because I know there's still lots of people that have been frustrated that are just shutting their brains off and they're not even watching these lives, so they have no idea. But I'd feel really bad if they didn't know about it. So, is there like a window that I got to be paying attention and just do what I can to get these people to pay attention?
Really, I would really love to not break July. That's my goal. I would like it to still be very short.
Okay.
That being said, we've got to see what the transition's like. We got to feel like everybody's with us. We've got to make sure that everybody's situated. That's going to be more of a gut check thing than it is anything else. First week in August is a goal currently, and I'm not going to put in that hard date, but that is a goal right now, and I believe it's possible as of today. Sorry, phone's ringing.
You're good.
Yeah, well, that's reassuring, by the way. That's a reasonable time frame. I think everyone can live with as long as we're all seeing progress and everything's great. We don't want to rush the tech and have problems, so that's awesome. A lot of people are still very curious to hear about how Lemon token itself comes into existence, what that supply would be like, what that minting schedule would be like, and stuff. Are you willing to tackle that at this point in time? Hey, I'm asking for a friend, all right?
May.
Healy's dying over here.
So this has been a debate, and actually it's been something that has been a lively debate, if I'm being completely honest, with all the partners that are involved in that coming forward. Everybody wants a piece of it. Everybody understands what we're doing, and everybody's like, "Holy cow! I want to be first in. I want to have some good rush to it and go." So here's what I can confirm. Okay. We have a path forward for everybody that is currently in a debt license. Okay. And I think that's very important to kind of lay out the groundwork first. Secondly is we have a transition for everybody that is in debt token. So I want to make sure that is also crystal clear. There's no need to go out to the market and dump and just, cluster yourself, because I actually said it, I think about 3 weeks ago. If you sell, you're probably going to regret it later. You will, because the roadmap's already laid out and we've got people taken care of. So that being said, we are not actually changing the supply of debt. We are sticking with the same supply. We are adding licenses. It will be 100,000 licenses, but we're only going to do 50,000 first year, 50,000 second year. That will be a change from the debt scenario. There's only 30,000 total. We need that because we need to be able to make sure that the partners that are coming aboard also have the ability to go out there outside the United States, take care of the people that are getting us here and bringing the tech forward. I'm going to make a very bold statement. The technology alone that is being donated to this platform to move forward is over $200 million in raw cost. And so this is something that is absolutely earth-shattering when you get to what is coming aboard. I will walk through a little bit of that here during this call because I think it's important for people to understand what path we're going down and the monetization of where we're going. And I think everybody will see it with clear eyes when we get to the end of this call. The roadmap will be out later this week. We have another huge face-to-face Zoom on Thursday. I will do another one tomorrow. You're going to have a guest speaker tomorrow, but I will be doing the one on Thursday with one of my partners. And so it'll be a twofer. You finally actually get to meet my brother over here, and I call him a brother from another mother, and we'll kind of do some rollout. But understand that the value here, guys, we're basically launching a $2+ billion company from the ground floor, and that is something from a venture capital guy like myself. I mean, when you have this kind of value day one, guys, the sky's the limit. I did not have anything like this when we started the technology with debt. It just wasn't here. And so this is incredible. And it is not stopping every day, which is good.
Two quick questions. A lot of people are asking about the micros in the chat, and I've also been getting those private messages. Are they just going to be dealt with the same way that the fulls are, basically?
Yeah. So we do have, it's a much smaller number. We produced a lot of micros in that for debt because of the vote that happened. But there's enough to basically go around. We're probably not going to be doing much more, but it will take care of any legacy issues and that we may have. If you have 100, I am going to ask you to convert it to a full so that we can keep those micros available for people that need to migrate over. But yes, it's something that we have thought about and we are taking into account.
Another thing too about the lemon token supply, it would seem to me, based on the trajectory that we're going, and when I hear you guys talking about bringing on hundreds or maybe even thousands of new L2 projects in a month, it would seem to me that from a utility standpoint, we need to have the entire token supply into existence and then locked up again as fast as possible. So I'm guessing that the supply release schedule would still be hyper aggressive, probably a 12-month window in the first year and then a second 12-month window. Am I far off, or do you want to hold back on those? Okay, I'm not crazy. Come on now.
The first 2 years is going to come very quickly.
Got it. Would we see I was just wondering if we would see the full supply in circulation within that fairly narrow time window or not, but no, not quite. Okay.
No. We are going to let it drip out because we need to have value for the second 50 coming on next year. We should have enough. And, I can kind of get into it a little bit, but we should have enough. And I think because of how we're basically laying it out, we're going more towards the traditional Ethereum model. Understand as Bitcoin's Bitcoin, as Satoshis are Satoshis, we have Lem and then we have seeds. I will tell you that there's enough seeds to go around to make sure that we can live up to my goal. And that's the most important thing is, live up to your goals in life. And everybody knows what that is. I'm a pretty big believer in me being able to take a coin higher than Bitcoin. And so I'll leave it there. Everybody go look back at the calls, but we need seeds in order to be able to do that. So you may not be mining full Lem, you may be mining seeds, and trust me, just like mining Satoshis, they're still very, very, very valuable. And so it should last us years to come.
All right, last question on that front then. Are you willing to speak about the time frame for when people can start getting their seeds? Estimation.
Let me tell you this. We have 7 exchanges lined up right now, and I physically have exchange letters for 3 of the 7. We will be launching on exchanges very, very quickly. It's going to be the most aggressive schedule I have actually ever seen personally in all of crypto. That is mostly due to the partnerships and that we have around. This is going to be probably the most widely available token. The partnerships are so big that the publicity is going to be impossible not to go live. And so it needs to be very well circulated. The circulation supply needs to be out there because you have to be able to sell it to the public and get it out. We are committed to make sure that even internally that will happen. We've changed the treasury around a little bit so that it is 50-50 still with everything, but we are keeping 20% of the 30 on the other side for marketing and launch in order to make sure that can go out to the exchanges for market making day one. Otherwise, we won't have enough tokens. So we are limiting the supply still, but we're basically just making sure that the non-available to sell is really only 30% of the 50. Everything else can go to market. We need it. This is going to be a very, very aggressive plan that we're basically laying out. So.
I love it. So we just got to get them locked out and locked up really quick. I like it. So at the early part of the call, you talked about some things, and I know we're coming up on the 40-minute mark here, and I know it's getting late over there. So in the early part of the call, you said there were some big things you kind of wanted to save till the end. Is now a good time?
I think now is a great time. So everybody understands Amazon in the United States. It is something that everybody understands that I don't care if you're a child. I don't do it much. In fact, I always order incorrectly. I always order on someone else's credit card because everybody shares our Amazon Prime account. And I don't know why, it just happens that way. And I just check out and I realize that I charged my sister, or I charged my brother, or I charged my sister-in-law or my child a credit card because I was unaware that everybody is on my account. I pay for it. I thought it was just mine. But everybody understands those things come to your doorstep. And it's becoming an easier way to shop. It's becoming the way that everybody understands how it goes. I've never been able to walk in a room without seeing my daughter on TikTok or Instagram or on a messaging app of some sort that is physically getting them to monetize the purchase in one way, shape, or form. And, in the technology world, we are all looking for Web3 products. We found an amazing partner in this space. It is Web3 encrypted end-to-end messenger app, but they are taking on with their V3 TikTok. TikTok is going to get kicked out of the United States. It basically is kicked out of the United States. It is physically basically banned for all government agencies already. This is a messaging app that works very similar to WhatsApp. It's encrypted end-to-end, but you have live feeds in it. I'm going to basically tell you that it has other features as well. The other features that are amazing is you can actually hold a Zoom like this live with 2,500 people on it without dropping. Wow. You can message someone with 1 gigabyte with never having to have that person downloaded on their phone. It is physically going to be a cloud data file, so you can physically make sure that you don't clog up your phone data every time someone sends you a message or sends you a picture in that message or sends you a file. You can look at it live. One of the amazing features that is rolling out, and I've seen it in beta form, is the influencer side of it. When you see someone on TikTok and you like what they're wearing, imagine a one-click button to be able to take you to a shopping cart and check out immediately and never have to leave the app. It has LemonPay directly inside the app. In one click of a button, you can actually order it directly in the store. This is the process of what is coming. And I've got my partner literally ringing me because I'm sure he's got at least 2 more deals he's going to be yelling at me for. So understand that this is the path that I believe all consumer shopping is going, but it's all integrated in one app. You need partners for that. What do you need? You need influencers. You need to have the eyes. You need to have the cannibalism of all things lemon. You need to be able to get people out in the app. You need to be able to get things rolling. I will tell you the user base on this app right now is over 5 million. That app was given to this ecosystem. It is a test pilot currently right now in Indonesia. There is no phone that can walk into Indonesia or get sold in Indonesia without this app hard downloaded on it. That is 43 million people, day one, that physically will have that starting on July 1st. Above and beyond that, we're working on the African continent right now, and there's reasons why we're tackling these areas. These areas are going to have something else that's really incredible inside this app. It's the ability to physically do activities on a daily basis and change their life forever. It really hits to the soul of what I've started Debt for and what I've tried to accomplish. In Africa, for instance, a lot of our heavy excavator drivers, they make about $130 a month. Well, they have a family of 5 or 6. Imagine downloading an app. Everybody has a phone. It's the craziest thing in the world. They have nowhere to sleep. They're sleeping on dirt floors. They have a phone. Yeah, imagine pulling it out and doing activities for less than 15 to 20 minutes a day and earning $1. That dollar for 5 people in the house will actually subsidize a full-time certified employee at a high-skilled mining position. This is what we are doing in some of these countries, and this is what that app will allow to happen. What it also does is it puts us top on Twitter. It puts us top on the App Store. It puts us top on other events, like a new project coming out with 5 to 6 million likes on it when it first launches. It allows the Web3 industry to be different. When we have our L1 out, imagine being an L2 and saying, what chain do I want to launch on? What if I could put 1 billion eyes on it every single day from the day it first started? And what if I could put them to the top of the reader board to make sure that their Twitter posts were looked at? What if I could physically say, no other channel do this, and I have a microloan ready for you? So if we're giving microloans out, we're giving the best alternative for technology. We're giving them the like, share, and comments on their posts to get them to the top activity, so at least they are seen. I can't tell you they're going to buy their product, but I can tell you they will be seen on social media. This is the dream of the future. This is the dream of what we are trying to do, because it's a win-win-win. It's helping the person that's basically getting us the likes, the shares, and the comments. It's helping the person that's starting the brand new Web3 product, having the entrepreneurship, and it's helping us as long-term users. It's literally a full circle everywhere around. So I will tell you right now, I'm going to launch a name, but One Digital is our marketing genius behind a lot of the influencers in that are coming aboard. They have 3 billion views a month. 1.6 billion is the active user base of that group. And it is not located in the United States. It is worldwide. It is very, very slim in the United States. It is Asia. It is Europe. It is Malaysia. It's Japan. It's South Korea. This is the base that is really growing in the Web3 space. And it brings all of that to us, wrapped up in a little bow with an app that'll allow us to monetize it day one. And if we can basically go ahead and now monetize that with a good exit, which we have that worked out, and we'll figure that out a little bit later. Terry's keeping his mouth shut, thank God. And I will tell you that the other names we'll be announcing here in the next, I'm going to say 10 days, is going to be absolutely incredible. And guys, I'm not going to just announce them. It's going to be announced with the CEO sitting behind me. I actually tried to get the CEO of One Digital to come in. He's going to be here next week. We will be sitting next to each other. He's a multi-billionaire. It's something we tried to get tonight on the call. He's just really busy, but he will be here in Dubai. And it's something that you will see me, my partner, and him sitting side by side. You will know for a fact he is on board with us. He's not just a licensee. He is a partner to this ecosystem. He understands what we're doing. He believes in giving back. And I'm going to let him kind of to explain why he's coming aboard and his vision and what he believes he can bring to the table, but more importantly, what he can bring to all of us. And this is an act of love. And that's what I really want to make sure everybody's understanding. That's what Lemon is. And I think it's starting to get full circle of where this is coming from. So.
Wow.
Go ahead, Mike. You look like you want to say something.
I'm speechless, because I mean, I actually am an influencer. Like, I do this for a living. Like, I've been an Amazon influencer for 3 years, and I know the demand for it. Oh, we just lost him. He'll be back.
He's afraid of what I'm going to ask him next. That's why he's jumping off.
He bailed because he knew it was coming, didn't he?
Yeah.
He'll be back on. Terry, how are we supposed to sleep after this?
Yeah, I know, it's pretty damn exciting. Yeah, I did have some good questions for him. I was not sure how much he wants me to press on that button, but I've seen a couple little previews and know a few things about some of this stuff. So it's exciting, but I don't know the full extent of it. So I'm anxious to learn more as well, just like everyone else is, I'm sure. So
I bet his computer ran out of juice.
Yeah.
Otherwise he'd be on there. I bet. Yeah. I've had that happen where you're on here because it drains more juice when you're on like lives and stuff. But at least he got that out.
Yeah,
So,
I also, again, I'm going with the theory that he knew I was about to hit him with some questions he wanted to.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what? We can probably answer a couple of questions in here. I think I saw Roy Keat ask a question. Roy, I actually asked that question earlier. There it is right there. We'll be able to swap OG products, NFTs for debt for, I believe that's the case.
Yeah, that's correct. Absolutely.
Okay.
Correct.
I heard the beep again. Welcome back.
I drop a bomb and it totally knocks the whole thing out. I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah, I thought you just jumped off because you wanted to escape the questions that were following that.
No. I don't run away from AMAs. So let's go with some questions.
Well, that tech that you mentioned, I guess, some of it will roll out over time, but I'm guessing there's an underlying tech. I think I know how that part works with the shopping cart side of it. And then on the social media stuff, is it just a tie-in? Do they have some kind of way of tying into their feed, their APIs?
Yeah. So the best way to kind of look at it is you're going to have sponsored influencers. So just like Mike, I mean, we're going to put Mike, let's say Lululemon wants to, sponsor Mike, and Mike is in a bunch of Lululemon gear today, and everybody looks back at him and say, you know what, I like that. There'll be a little, I call it a hamburger in my day, but there's just a little clip on the side. They click it, and because Lululemon sponsored him today, he's got a Lululemon shirt on. He's got a Lululemon, set of shorts on. They click it, then they have direct access to the best price on an end user, and I will talk about the end user later. But that basically will end to monetization sell inside of the app. There is a commission for that will actually be split to the tokenomics, which is fantastic, but also the influencer. So not only does the influencer get paid, but they also get paid for everything they sell. So not only will they like to wear the gear that they like, they will also wear the gear that they're sponsored with and given for free. So the goal is for the influencers, when they actually have their own style, they have their own fashion, they have their own things, they're going to buy that because they can know they can monetize that directly through, their campaigns, their YouTube videos, their TikToks, off platform and also on platform, because they can basically repost their off platform stuff, put them on platform, and replay it, just like you see TikToks all the time on Instagram. You basically just go ahead and record anything on any platform you want, and then you basically put it on with the tag links and that to go. So that's how it's going to work.
Hey, since we have some control over this tech, can we make it so it is a LEM token only economy? So on both sides, since fiat on and off ramps have been solved. Yeah, see, I'm just making it up. Very cool. Awesome. I love that. That's so cool. So then a percentage of revenue kicks back this way as well. And I'm guessing that the tech that facilitates the e-commerce, I'm guessing this platform is built up by someone with the last letter A, maybe. So that's cool. Damn. And will it tie into multi-channel social media?
So we are trying to tie it all back to us. So you can record, because a lot of people have their platforms already. They already have their Instagrams. They already have their TikToks. They already have their YouTubes. What we're trying to basically do is have them do their reposts directly on us. Because what will happen is if someone watches, they can have a quick link to their, I'm going to call it XYZ app right now. And they'll basically come over here. This app is already something that has 5 million users currently on it. Their growth perspective right now, guys, it's over 200 million users in the next eight or 9 months. And so understand that it's rapid. It is absolutely a revolutionary tech. And so what'll happen is when people start doing cross promotions, I don't have TikTok, for instance, but I see TikToks all the time on Instagram. And so if I'm watching on Instagram, I'll just basically, if it was an Instagram, I guess I'll promote Instagram right now, although I'm not a fan anymore because I have new tech. But you basically just push a button and you basically go to the shopping cart and click out. And so if you can basically take the hundreds of millions of users on that database and just get a fraction of them to start doing conversions, and if you can get the billions, and I did say with a B, billions of users coming on board that physically have to go to one app, and I am trying to push them here for a different reason, guys. Monetization on this particular app, it's user experience normally in an app is about $5. We believe we can get that to about a $300 a head monetization with this new tech. So if you're talking 200 million users at a $300 a month, $300 a year monetization, you're seeing how valuable this tech really is. There's over $100 million in this wallet in tech. It's public. Once you see it, you'll be able to Google it. You will see the fact it's over $100 million. And so this is something that is brought to us. It's something that is going to be exclusive to us. And it will be the app name powered by Lemon. I think that's the most important thing. They don't want to get rid of the app name because it's already got contracts in place with countries. It's already got contracts in place with the humanitarian side. We just basically want to power it by Lemon, and that's what will happen.
When is this? So this is going to be, this is obviously a project that I can get an NFT for, right? And the royalties are coming into it. Do you guys I'm just real quick rabbit trail on the influencer side. Do you realize that AI tech right now is so sophisticated that there are entire channels that have been created with fake, super attractive men and women that don't exist that companies are now learning and creating, and they're spending millions and millions of dollars on generating these things that play there because there's no contract to these people, and it's all profit to these guys. Like this, can I go get an NFT now or not?
Yeah.
Imagine
Holy
an actual influencer. Yeah, imagine an actual influencer going out there and creating, let's call it 10 avatars, 10 versions of themselves, putting different wardrobes on, putting different things on, being sponsored. It's not actually them wearing it. In a really weird way, this is like becoming like we're all living in the metaverse for a second. But understand, this is how you're going to monetize in the future. So instead of doing one channel and that's all you have, and you have one person, Mike's right. Like the half of the influencers on Instagram right now, guys, they're not even real. People want to date these people because they're so beautiful. They're not actually real people. And so understand this is where brands are starting to realize that the influence that these AI characters are giving is huge. This is definitely playing a part. That's a whole other sector we'll talk about in just a second. But understand, this is something that is going to be revolutionary everywhere around. We just have something that I believe we can monetize right now, right here for everybody. And this is going to be major. So they have right now, the 2.0 is live and available. It does not have the shopping cart situated. I have the 3.0. I will probably roll it out in 2.0 to get user base on it. We are probably about a month and a half away from 3.0 being live, but it already has, like I said, the reason why I'd go early, why would you go early? I want the 5 million user base to come to our platform and start buying and doing free NFTs. Our user base has never been more than 300,000. So if we can basically get another 5 million people to say, yeah, I want to have some free NFTs to this is why I would onboard her early, even though some of the tech may be following just a little bit behind. I want the user base. And obviously with our other partners, with them having 1.6 billion influencers in that and views around, I want them to come on board and get these NFTs because influencers are going to get this. Mike understands right now. I'm telling you right now, every influencer I've talked to in the last 2 weeks, I have to physically say, am I thinking wrong here? Or is this right? And every single one saying, I would create 3 avatars today and I would still do exactly what I'm doing right now. Yep. Because I would like to have XYZ company sponsor me with free clothing. They want free stuff, but more importantly, they want to be able to monetize that free stuff and get commission checks at the end of the month. And I don't care if you're on YouTube. I don't care if you're on Instagram. I don't care if you're on TikTok. People want to monetize their time, and this is where things are changing to. So this, again, is all things Lemon. This is going to have Lemon Pay. Lemon Pay is a separate token. Imagine how much stuff's going out this way and running. Everything Lemon means everything Lemon. We have L2 projects, but guys, we have built a whole ecosystem off of Lemon. And it is something that everybody can basically remember the feeling of the excitement in that when we started Debt. And I believe you're going to feel that very, very quickly here with Lemon.
Well, it's cool. The whole time you're talking, I'm thinking like there only is 2 parts of this equation. Well, three. One is we have an NFT, which I love. One is we have an NFT, which I love. And tell Jake, call after the show, Jake. Come on. So yeah, we got the NFT, which we love.
That's 24/7, by the way.
Yeah. On the other side of it, all we need to do then is be the platform that monetizes the best, and then you'll suck all the influencers over like a vacuum, and they'll get paid in something that appreciates instead of dirty fiat that goes down. And then you use something like One Digital Media to onboard a big enough user base to entice the influencers to want to come over. If you get those 2 sides of the equation, it'll crush it.
Yeah, and the best part is when you have a whole army out there doing likes, shares, and comments. Just imagine how many influencers want to be here.
Yep. Yeah, it's just about getting past that early threshold, and then
it's physical, guys. When you have 5 million going to 200 million, you have 200 million people that you can focus very quickly on a brand new influencer that's never even been heard of. But you can like, share, and comment on their posts. You can follow them. Imagine a brand new influencer trying to get a break in the world. You could basically get them 200 million views in one day. You can get them 200 million likes in a day. You get them 200 million followers in a day.
you want Mike
This
and I just join the
power.
platform tonight? Like we'll get on there and start influencing over there right now. No worries.
I'll start dancing on camera for you if you need to. Like I'm not
there you
even
go.
kidding.
There you go.
I mean,
money dance is coming.
money dance is coming because I mean, as an influencer, I finally got on TikTok as an influencer. I've been doing Amazon, like the Amazon influencer, the higher level stuff. And I've uploaded 1,300 videos, 1,300 reviews, and companies come out of the woodwork to send me free products. Like everything around my house is free, like all my pool stuff, everything. And to have this capacity to reach this many more people, probably, because what people probably have figured out that the buying experience is literally like push a button. You push it and buy, push buy, push buy, push buy. And that just, and a lot of these are low ticket items. So I'm literally counting royalties as you're saying this. Cause I know, like I've watched influencers sell some of the dumbest stuff that are low ticket items, and they'll sell $200,000 worth in 2-3 days because it's like a unique, fun product, and people just bang, 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 bang. It's an impulse buy. You do that with this size of community.
No, Mike, what happens when we have a brand new NFT project and you have all those influencers saying you have a free NFT available today?
Oh, right. Then we move all the NFTs out over and over and over again. They just hit and hit and hit and hit. Right? Yeah, exactly.
You're seeing.
Yeah, but that's good.
Dang.
You're seeing real quick why, guys. I'm not worried about the inventory of NFTs. Guys, this is going to go so quickly, so fast, and so much fun. I just want to make sure everybody is along for the ride and on the launch pad. So we've now clicked about an hour. I hope I fulfilled everybody's wait and patience for the last few days, and I'll give you a couple hours of digestion, and I guess I'll see you guys in about 24 hours. I will poke my head in, but you do have someone else that will be doing tomorrow night. And then you'll actually see me, and I believe, depending on the weather, my brother from another mother will actually probably be making an appearance on Thursday. And we'll kind of go from there.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Well,
maybe he just bailed.
He's scared of another question again. There he is.
Blacked out for a second there. Well, thank you, Jason, for all that info. That's fantastic. It's exactly what people are waiting for. Couldn't be more excited. And I was already excited.
Yeah, I couldn't be more excited either. And we're really grateful for you starting to really open up the books to us. I guess the only thing next is that everyone's just chomping at the bit to get it started and rolling. So very excited about the roadmap. So we'll wait on that. Very anxious. Hope you bring that with you on Thursday, maybe. And we'll let everyone get some Z's, get to sleep. But thank you so much again for your time. We really appreciate it. And everyone, thank you for tuning in and continuing to pay attention and caring about the show. And like someone was saying earlier, making a great point, hit the like, comment, and share button on these YouTube so we can get some more eyeballs on it.
Yeah.
Yes,
for sure.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you, Jason.
The Healy money dance. I like it.
Man, oh man. Good luck sleeping tonight. We're still live, so we're live still. So
hey, friends, just in case you're wondering, there's still a lot more to come that you haven't heard yet. So some of the other stuff that I'm dying for him to share, so I can just stop trying to hold it in because it's not always
insane.
It's
not
insane.
I mean, this alone could be everything you would want. Just
this alone, because they got someone like One Digital Media involved. If they make that hit, if they really make this a hit and really pour some of their energy into making this really fly and get off the ground, that L2 alone would take this up for a big lemon rocket. No problems on its own. We wouldn't need anything else. So
yeah, you're right, Jess. Absolutely. Well, Terry, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Everybody, literally, we kept the audience the entire time. Like the number went up, peaked into the couple hundreds, and good job, everybody, for paying attention. And this is recorded. It's on mynodetraining.com, mynodetraining.com, there, or on the same link that you have right now. You can share it with people. The replay automatically starts after we kick it off. So anything else, Terry?
No, all good, Mike. Thanks a lot, everyone. Great to see you again. We're going to see you again tomorrow and again on Thursday. We'll be here. So
Sounds good. All right. See you, everybody. Thanks.
all right, have a good one, guys.